pie in the sky that our politicians can be better than they are. I don't know. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on all of that? 724-438-4593. Both lines are currently open. The sun is back out. We've crept up to 44 degrees. So at times it's an absolutely beautiful day outside. When the sun's away, it's still a beautiful day outside, but there's phases. There's degrees of beautiful, right? So, head on outside if you get the chance. Just maybe 5 minutes of some fresh air. So 724-438-4593. Give me a buzz. No waiting. Both lines are open. Trying to think, there's something else I wanted to bring up, and it has slipped my mind. I did bring up the first hour Pirate Baseball spring training, and I do believe that success breeds success. So if this version of the Pittsburgh Pirates can get off to a good start, and that includes spring training, which right now they are. 4-1 start to their spring training schedule. If they can continue this, that is something to build on for the entire season. Yeah, it's spring training, but you're still playing the game. You still have to do the fundamentals. You still have to score run. You still have to make hits and score runs. You still have to field the ball. Still have to throw the ball. So if you can start doing all of those things, you start getting that feeling that, yeah, I can do this. I belong here. I believe I belong. I know I belong here. I know we as a team are in the right place at the right time. We can do better. And we are doing. I am a firm believer in all of that. And I will be cheering for the Pirates moving forward. 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ. My sister and brother-in-law are down there at spring training right now, as we speak. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been to spring training. I would love to do that sometime.
I lived down there for, 10 years, and probably during some okay times, maybe 79, my uncle took me down a couple times.
Okay.
And just whatever. Yeah. It's a whole different feel.
Sure.
But it was really cool for a little kid to get to go. You were saying that I guess you hope and pray that politicians can be better.
Yeah.
And I think one way we could maybe, try to force them to be better would be to call them out, and not even being jerky about it, but just like if there was somebody in journalism that would do their job, and they would say to Ilhan Omar or Rashida Tlaib, "Hey, the Hitler word gets thrown around for Trump and dictator, and you guys are participating in a No Kings rally and all this stuff. Don't you think maybe if you're standing up here in front of God and all the world to see on everybody's television and on the radio, that if you're up here yelling stuff at this dictator, king, Nazi, that tomorrow you might not be here?" Like, if that was really the case, isn't that what dictators do?
Mm-hmm.
They don't just say, "Oh, you're crazy," and move on with his speech.
And if you doubt that at all, just take a look at what's happening to the students in Iran right now, which are protesting that regime.
Time and time, no matter where it's been in Hitler, Germany and Russia and China.
Oh well, Germany was manufactured. That didn't exist, Jake. You know that. That's why I bring out Iran, because it's here, it's now, it's the present.
Like, we don't have to go back this far. And the one nitwit is yelling KKK. We're having a nice moment, a non-political moment with the hockey team, and the USA chant starts, and one of them nitwits is saying KKK instead. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, when's the last time the KKK was, I don't know, at all relevant? Mm-hmm. It kind of hasn't been in my lifetime. Yeah. So I don't know how old you ladies are, but this is what you're doing, and that. And I talked to a friend of mine yesterday, and we were talking about all the name calling and stuff. And I said, "Do you remember after the Butler?" Because we have to pick out which time Trump was going to be assassinated, mm-hmm. whether it was the other day in Mar-a-Lago or the other time in Mar-a-Lago or in Butler. But do you remember this, Russ? After Butler, I'm going to say 7 to 10 days, probably not 14 days, the news and everybody was much nicer to Trump, the way they talked about everything. And in my memory, it didn't last much more than 10 days. Mm-hmm. And then they were right back to where they started from. And I'm going, guys, do you see any correlation between you keep doing this and saying this and this guy getting shot at by numerous people? It just, maybe you could tone it down a bit. Yeah. We say it, and then we don't do it. Mm-hmm. And the crazed New York billionaire is going to do his thing where he calls them crazy or low IQ people. Okay, he's an 80-year-old crazed billionaire from New York City all his life. But he's the only one in that room last night that has been saying the same thing since 1988. If you ever watched the Oprah interview in 1988, if you ever listened to the Rush Limbaugh interview he did with Donald Trump, which I didn't know why Donald Trump was on with Rush Limbaugh. And then a year after that, I didn't know why Donald Trump was on with Michael Savage on his radio show. And he's saying the same thing. You guys have went back and forth 12 times since then, since 1988. Mm-hmm. This is the only guy who's been saying the same thing. America's getting screwed, and I don't want it to happen anymore. Yeah. Every time we have to defend somebody, every time we got to save people from a hurricane, a typhoon, everything that we do, we have to pay for. Mm-hmm. Can somebody else help us out? But, yeah.
There, I don't know if you remember that, and I don't remember the particulars, but this goes back. There was a... I guess you could say it was a 45 that was released back in the 70s, and it was done by a Canadian newsman, and it was an essay that he recorded, saying basically the same thing you just said. Who is it that comes when there's a hurricane? It's the United States government. Who is it when there is a famine and there's a shortage of food? And he's going down this litany of everything that the U.S. has done for the rest of the world, but yet they continued to get blanked on.
Yep.
Thank you. And that lasted for, I think that recording made the charts. How high it went, I don't know. Probably, 98 on the top 100. But I do remember that coming up back, I'm pretty sure it's back in the 70s. But the same thing you're just saying now.
And I don't, I don't remember it then. I was alive in the 70s. I don't remember it then. I remember somebody, me being a Teamster, driving around in the middle of the night. I remember somebody playing it after you explained it.
Yeah.
And now you know what you're making me do.
You're going to Google it and find it now, aren't you?
I'm going to try to find it. I'm not that good at it.
Yeah.
So, but you're right, and it's right. And it when somebody else played it, it reminded me of any of the 20 other things that Paul Harvey did.
Right.
And it's all and it's all true.
It is.
Sorry,
It is.
but it's all true. And finally, we have. If you have a moment,
real quick. I'm so far behind schedule. I got to get a break.
This Epstein thing. The first time I heard about Jeffrey Epstein was from Jim Quinn, famous radio guy in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
In the mid to late 90s, I heard about it, and then it's Bill Clinton, and then when Epstein got charged the first time, 2007, Jeb Bush is governor, and George W. Bush is president. You know what? Let's start investigating why Epstein got a sweetheart deal back in 2007 when Trump wasn't president.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay. All right, Jake.
Thank you, sir.
Got to run. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it. Hey, we'll be right back after these messages. Both lines are open, by the way, 724-438-4593.
On the next edition of The Catholic Accent, we're sharing simple ways to make your Lenten journey more meaningful this season. The Diocesan Lenten Appeal is officially underway, inviting you to help keep our parishes vibrant and thriving, just as they have been for the past 75 years. And as the Diocese of Greensburg celebrates its 75th Diamond Anniversary, we'll show you how you can be part of the celebration. Watch The Catholic Accent Sunday morning at 11:30 on WPXI.
Don't miss out on Economy Furnace's end-of-season sale. It's the perfect time to upgrade your home's heating system with incredible savings. Take $250 off any furnace replacement, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. For qualified buyers, we're offering 0% financing, making it simple to invest in a new energy-efficient furnace. We proudly partner with Amana, bringing you the highest quality furnaces on the market. At Economy Furnace, we define excellence in every aspect of our business, from our expert technicians to our customer-focused approach. With Economy Furnace, it's not just a furnace, it's peace of mind. Our end-of-season sale provides unmatched value, combining affordability with premium quality. Economy Furnace is committed to excellence. Our team of qualified professionals is ready to ensure your home stays warm and comfortable throughout the year. Contact us at 724-438-4575 to learn more.
For economy, price, and quality service, call Economy Furnace.
Uniontown Liquidation Outlet wants to thank you for borrowing our special pay at 2025. Come shop with us for the lowest prices around. We have toys, home goods, tools, electronics, and much more. We offer layaway, so stop in today and ask us how it works. We are located inside the Uniontown Mall.
The Uniontown Liquidation Outlet. Visit us on Facebook, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet.
Hope to see you soon.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the better business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Having Hicks and Buzz Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller gladly answer healthcare questions and take care of your prescription needs. Hicks and Buzz also offers free prescription delivery, mail-out service for snowbirds, and dependable courteous service, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Hicks and Buzz Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street, phone 724-437-2828. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday at Hicks and Buzz Drugstore of Uniontown.
Experiencing symptoms of COPD? Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale has been selected to conduct a clinical research study, and participants are needed. All study-related care will be provided at no cost, and no health insurance is required. Compensation up to $2,200 for qualified participants for time and travel. To learn more, call Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale at 724-220-5281. That's Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale at 724-220-5281.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm your host, Russ Rhodes. We've got about 15 minutes or so left in today's show for some conversation. So give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. Looking forward to chatting with you. So anything else you want to chat? By the way, tonight here on WMBS, we have some college basketball coming your way. Pitt, University of Pittsburgh at Stanford University. 7:30 is pregame, 8 o'clock is tip-off. And then tomorrow, Penguins back in action after the Olympic break where they host the New Jersey Devils. So 6 o'clock is pregame on that. Tomorrow night with 7 o'clock is when the puck drops at center ice. So that's on the schedule, your sporting schedule for the next 2 days here on WMBS. So, something to look forward to. It'd be nice getting the Penguins back on the ice there. Unfortunately, they'll be without Sidney Crosby for, they estimate the next 4 weeks. Anyway, he was put on injured reserve with that lower body injury sustained during the Olympics. We don't know what that means. That's one of the one of the nice things, I guess, or frustrating things, however you want to look at it, about the NHL. They're very secretive about what the actual injuries are. You know, it's lower body injury and upper body injury, and that's pretty much the extent of their injury reports. So there you go on that one. Again, so Pirate Baseball is underway, spring training. Steelers off season is underway as the new coaching staff goes off to combines and tryouts and this and that as they start making their choices, their rankings as to who they want to draft at in April when the NFL draft comes to Pittsburgh. On that, looking ahead to the 2026 NFL season. I guess the Steelers are saying they'd like to have Aaron Rodgers back. Okay, in what capacity, though? And how long are you going to give him to make up his mind? Are you going to set a deadline? And I don't mean like a week before the start of training camp either. How about, a week prior to the draft? That'd be kind of nice, wouldn't it? So anyway, there you go. That's my thoughts there on the Steelers. So if you want to chat about that, give me a buzz for that too. How would you? So I brought this up yesterday. El Mencho, head of one of the drug cartels in Mexico, was caught and in crossfire with or in a gun battle with authorities trying to arrest him. El Mencho was shot and subsequently died from his injuries. Um, hey, you had a chance to live. You gave that up. How many Americans did you kill with the fentanyl you were sending across the border? But the retaliation that's going on down in Mexico, where you have tourists that are basically, and including Americans, trapped in their hotels because of the reprisals that the cartel is undertaking against the authorities. I just, you know, I really had no desire to go to Mexico myself anyway. I wonder if any of the people that are stuck down there right now are kind of regretting their vacation choice. I just, I can't, and they're kind of stuck. Yeah, the U.S. Embassy's working to get them out of the country and back home, to varying degrees of success, from what I understand. But yeah, how would you like to be kind of stuck in all of that right now? Again, I'm glad that the U.S. Was able to support Mexico in the pursuit of this alleged leader of a drug cartel with intelligence. I like the cooperation. I'd like to see the U.S. have greater cooperation in Latin America when it comes to the drug trade. So this is a sign of what can take place when there is that cooperation. So I think it makes the U.S. safer when it comes to the drug trade anyway. And any, just one life saved because of that, great. So, but, you know, and I'm not sure what section of Mexico, it's not all of Mexico, where these reprisals are going on. I want to say Puerto Vallarta. Am I correct on that? Have you been to that area on vacation? And did you ever have a sense of it not being necessarily the safest place on earth while you were there? I'm just curious, and not having never been to Mexico myself, I really have no desire to go. But I'd be curious as to your impressions of Mexico when you have visited. So give me a buzz on that, 724-438-4593. I am going to come back. You know, we chatted a little bit with Jake and Bob about the behavior of our elected officials. And this is from the top down to the bottom. And you know, I think we've talked about the president a lot, and I've agreed with you most of the time as well. He's as much to blame as anybody else for the rhetoric that we see in government these days. How do we put an end to it? How do we put an end to it? Is it to be expected as the norm now? Is this normal operations moving forward? Doesn't matter who's in office, that members of Congress are going to talk this way and behave this way? I sincerely hope not. You know, I think we've always had, I think, that rogue legislator that, you know, has always been out front and has said some, you know, off the wall remarks. But that was one or two. Now it seems like now I don't want to say the entirety of Congress, but it's no longer one or two. Maybe 2 or 3 dozen. Enough where it's a constant barrage, not coming from one person, but alternating among many. And it just, it starts sending it sends a wrong message. It sends a wrong optics, really. And I have no problem with disagreements over policy. None. And I'm okay with you getting in front of a microphone and telling me why you think your opponent, your opposition, their ideas, their policies are wrong and why yours are better. I have no problem with that. As long as it's done respectfully. When you start acting and saying things like what we saw last night, I'm sorry, but you lose me. I'm not even going to give your thoughts, your ideas any thought myself, because I don't want to hear from somebody coming from a point of complete and total hatred. So come at me with respect, not just for me, but for your opponent, and lay down a reasoned, thoughtful response and rebuttal to what your opponent has to say. But I'm afraid that's a bygone thing nowadays. Hey, got to take a break. Both lines are open, so no waiting. When I come back, you and I together, we're going to have about 4 minutes, and we together can finish out hour 2 of what's on your mind after this.
Hey, who's hiding the gold? Ah, I see. It's the Pennsylvania Lottery with their new Find the Leprechaun scratch-off game. You don't need a 4-leaf clover to win. Just a little scratch and a lot of luck. And you could uncover top prizes of $10,000. Now, through March 9th, just be the 6th caller to 724-438-4593 when you hear.
Always have to be Lucky Charms.
And you'll win $22 Find the Leprechaun tickets. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
Looking to update your home? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is more than your plumbing supply store. We specialize in kitchen and bathroom remodels that transform your space from outdated to outstanding. Our designers work with you to create the look you've always wanted with custom cabinetry, countertops, and flooring options to fit your style and budget. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com to plan your dream kitchen or bath. Koval Building Supply, everything you need to make your house feel like home.
There's only one best lunch spot in Uniontown. Titlo Tavern and Grill on West Main Street, serving 8-ounce Reubens, foot-long cheesesteaks and subs, half-pound handmade burgers, plus pizza, calzones, strombolis, pepperoni rolls, and fresh salads like Greek, antipasto, salmon, steak, and chicken. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9, Friday till 10, Saturday 2 to 10. Dinner and happy hour specials nightly, and private parties are welcome. Call 724-437-6749. Titlo Tavern and Grill.
Falling in love with a house? Head over heels for a home plan? Take the plunge. Apply for a mortgage loan with First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. Feeling commitment shy? Complete a mortgage pre-qualification. It's simple. 100% online, and you'll get a personalized answer within 1 business day. Then save the date for a move-in day or groundbreaking and put a key ring on it. Apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
When you need notary services, trust the best. Sandy Howell Notary Services, back-to-back gold medal winner for Best Notary in Fayette County. They're here for you with extended hours to fit your schedule. Sandy Howell's also the 2025 gold medal winner for Best Title Company. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 8:30, and Saturdays, 9 to 5. Call 724-564-8955 today for Sandy Howell Notary Services, where excellence is signed and sealed.
It's not just another sale, it is the February floor sample clearance at Chesler's Fine Furniture, located on Route 51 in Uniontown. There are no gimmicks involved, just great values on beautiful home fashions for every room in your house. You'll find items such as genuine Lazy Boy rocker recliners for just $429, solid oak 5-piece dinettes featuring Formica tops for $13.99. If you prefer all wood sets, they start at just $5.99. For the family room, sofas start at only $4.99 with love seats and chairs to match. Chaise sofas for relaxing comfort are priced at $6.29 and up. Chesler's has top grain leather sofas, love seats, chairs, and sectionals in stationary and reclining in stock from Lazy Boy, Best Home Furnishing, and Craftmaster. Entertainment centers are sale priced from $159. Those with an electric fireplace start at $3.99. Every piece of bedroom furniture, every piece of living room and dining room furniture, every piece of furniture at Chesler's will be on sale. Credit terms and delivery are available with 90 days same as cash.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. About 2 minutes left in today's show, so plenty of time for you to give me a buzz and you and I can together. Well, we'll have a chat right up until the time we have to go to the CBS News. So call me 724-438-4593. We're still holding at 44 degrees outside. The sun has decided to take another nap here again behind some clouds. So hopefully it'll be back. Supposed to drop down to a low of 27 overnight. So don't shut off your furnace just yet. Don't put away those extra layers of blankets just yet. It's still going to be a little nippy out there tonight. So, all righty. What else? Anything going on this weekend? I honestly, I don't know. I haven't really looked that far ahead yet. I don't know what the long range forecast is, quite frankly. Maybe if it's going to be nice, maybe it's a weekend to head on up to, say, Ohio Pile and walk the trails a little bit. So maybe that's on the agenda for this weekend. That'd be nice. Okay. Well, it looks like we're done with the phone calls this afternoon. So I want to thank everybody that did call in. Had some very nice conversations. I look forward to it again next week because I'm done for this week, and we'll do it again next week. Little change. I am Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday next week. And Thursday, by the way, is going to be the extended short show. We're going to go 2 to 4 on next Thursday. Hey, CBS News is next. News from around the world, around the country. Then TJ with the local news, sports, and weather. This is WMBS Uniontown at the Tone. It's 3 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by JTV.com.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. Harvard University cuts ties with Larry Summers over the recent release of Jeffrey Epstein files. CBS's Christopher Cruz.
Former Harvard president and Clinton Treasury Secretary Larry Summers will relinquish his academic and faculty appointments at the school at the end of the academic year, one of which is his university professorship, the school's highest faculty distinction. He's also resigned from a leadership position at the Kennedy School of Government. The resignations were announced after the school said it had been reviewing documents related to Epstein that were recently released by the Justice Department.
Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates has apologized to staff at his Gates Foundation over his ties to Jeffrey Epstein, saying that mistakes he made had overshadowed the work of the group, but denying that he was complicit in or had knowledge of Epstein's crimes. 4 men on a U.S. registered speedboat have been shot and killed and 6 others wounded after being intercepted in Cuban waters. That according to Cuba's Interior Ministry, which also says that the speedboat passengers opened fire on a Coast Guard vessel that approached them. Iran is pushing back against President Trump's pressure tactics, CBS's Cammie McCormick.
Even as the U.S. and Iran prepare